Lesson 10-7, Operations in Scientific Notation. The standard for this is EE4, which has to do with scientific notation. However, it's not one of our prioritized standards, but we're still going to spend a little time on it. To add and subtract numbers written in scientific notation, rewrite the numbers to have the same powers of 10, if they're not already done that way, and then add or subtract the number factors out front. But we want to have the same powers of 10. So here we go. Find the sum or difference and write your answer in scientific notation. 10 to the negative 4, 10 to the negative 4. Perfect. So we're just going to add the factors out front. So we add 11 84/100 times 10 to the negative 4. Now, is that answer in scientific notation? No, because it's not a number between 1 and 10 times a power of 10. So we need to move the decimal there. 1 and 184 thousandths. Now here's the trick. Do we add 1 to this or subtract 1? And the answer is because we moved the decimal to the left, we add 1. 10 to the negative 3. Here, 10 to the negative 5, 10 to the 3, or 10 to the 5th, 10 to the 3rd. Let's make them both 10 to the 5th. Well, if I'm going to make this 10 to the 5th, I have to move the decimal because I added. I have to move this to the left, 0.072. I have to move it 2 this way. So now 4 7/10 minus 72 thousandths (8) (4 and 628 times 10 to the 5th). To multiply or divide numbers, you multiply or divide the factors and the powers of 10 separately. Do not make them into standard numerals. We're just going to do them parts at a time. So here we go. They don't have to have the same powers of 10 because you just multiply, 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 multiply. 2 times 6 is 12. Same base, add the exponents. 10 to the negative 7. Negative 4 plus negative 3. Now, not scientific notation, so I have to move that decimal 1 place. Because I moved it to the left, I add 1, negative 6. Dividing. You divide the factors out front. 5 3/10 divided by 4. 1 and 325 thousandths. And because we're dividing, we subtract the exponents. So we have, gotta look at my numbers, 8 minus negative 3. which makes it 10 to the 11th. Is that scientific notation? Yes, it's a number between 1 and 10 times the power of 10. The diameter of the sun is 1,400,000 kilometers. Diameter of the moon, 3 48/100, 10 to the 3rd kilometers. How many times greater is the diameter of the sun than the diameter of the moon? So, we're going to have 1,400,000 divided by 3 48/100 times 10 to the 3rd. So now here's the tricky part. Do we make it scientific notation or do we make them standard numerals? Well, we want to know how many times greater it is. And so we can do it both ways. So if we make this scientific notation, 1 4/10 times 10 to the 6th, 3 48/100 times 10 to the 3rd, we divide 1 4/10 times, divided by 3 48/100. And we get decimal 402. We subtract 10 to the 3rd. So not scientific notation, so we move it 1 this way. Because we move to the right, we subtract 1, 10 to the 2nd. If I write them in standard form, this would become 3,480. I can move my decimal 3 places. If we just divide that, gotta make sure I have enough zeros there, 1,400,000 divided by 3,480, and we get 402.29. Or about 400 times greater. Four times 10 to the 2nd, 400 times greater. Which answer do I want? As long as you've shown me all that work, I'm okay with either one. I can add, subtract, multiply, and divide numbers written in scientific notation, which means the book probably prefers this way. But as long as you can, show me the work.